here at the KeSPA Cup Grand Finals.
Up here in the top right at about 2 o'clock in the red from KT Rolster, the chisel toss himself, it's Zest.
And down at the 6 o'clock for CJ Intis, it's herO. Looking very focused, but honestly quite shaken after that money. My money is on the toss. I like that, actually.
Shout-outs go to Covert Beast, Bigo, and Blade.
And Sweden Hearts herO, like I was saying earlier, hashtag Protoss on Twitter.
Or Protoss.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what that says.
Maybe Pratus? I really don't know. I love that we keep having Swedish fans down here. I think I need to actually take some Swedish classes in my spare time so I can follow along a little bit better. They've been nice enough to have a translation, though.
Yeah. Unlike the other day where we failed miserably at trying to...
We didn't know.
Yeah.
So, we are spawning at 2-6.
I wanted to point out the fact, I wanted to say this a little bit earlier, but I was thinking, you know, right in the beginning of a best of 7, maybe someone throws in something on a 2-player map like a proxy or something, but these 2 players respect each other so much that they know, like, it's just not worth it. They're too good at holding it off. They just don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. By the way, I just want to point out that sign earlier says, that's good. I want it to be like this for all the way until the 7th set, you know, tied up, and I think that we might see that. The other thing I want to say is that somebody just came up on stage and touched the trophy and then walked off the stage.
What?
That's a lifetime experience, you know? Like, nobody stopped them. Nobody said it was weird. Nobody tried to, no security boom around. Somebody just walked up on stage and touched the trophy and then walked away. I didn't see who it was. It might have been one of our production people, most likely.
I hope so.
But you know what? Sometimes you just got to YOLO.
Yeah.
So a probe is going to come in here, get a scout off. Early game PvP, what do you want? And he's going to see the gas timings. And also want to see if there's a second gate. This game, there's no second gate for either player, but a much more significant gas mining goes to Zest here, as usual. He's usually the guy who likes to get that extra gas mining out and skip the gate. Yeah,
and same thing here. Here we're going to get that gate. Literally almost mirrored builds here.
They both have a style they like to play. I think it's really cool we get to see it consistently in a series like this. That's what I love, is when you see actually, because some people think it's boring, but I think it's awesome when 2 players do the same build every single time, because you can see like really how well they've practiced it and how they adapt to each other's same builds while also sticking true to their style. It can make a very, very exciting series, especially when you've got 7 games like this.
Yeah. It's kind of like the other day, you know, here against Flash. Flash doing the same thing every single time. You know, it makes sense. You got to do what you practiced. Sometimes it's just not worth it to try to mix it up.
Twilight Council.
Yeah.
Loving that tech. This herO likes to pressure, try to get a grasp on what's happening in the game before he does any sort of teching. He's actually going to go up and poke with these few stalkers. The Mothership Core is crossing now towards the middle of the map. And Zest, with, you know, his earlier stalkers coming out here.
There's a fight going on in the middle of the map.
Yeah, he could actually take a fight here. Oh, his Mothership Core is not with him, so definitely not going to happen.
Nicely done by herO. Wins the probe war.
Ooh. Dark Shrine, not what I expected.
This is like not Zest-like. Switching it up. Oh, look at this. Going to get a lot of damage done to the Stalker. How much can it get done? Down to 47 health. Oh, and this Mothership Core is going to get a really good scout.
Or
will it? Pay for it with its life, though, if it wants to go all the way.
He's going for it. And I think it's a great choice. He will see it, sees it. And that's a great moment here. Even recalls out! 4 health left.
Oh my God.
That scout right there.
Totally worth it. Gets all the information.
And he's even going to force his way into the main now. He might even be able to snipe Zest's Mothership Core. There's an Nexus Cannon. One more volley would do it, and he gets it and gets out, loses nothing. Looking really good for herO right now. All the information, starts the robotics now, has an Oracle. He can use that twofold for detection and for harassment later.
Yeah.
Twilight Counts, or rather the Dark Shrine was canceled, however.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Needs all the minerals and gas he can get here, and instead of a scout, it's not going to do any damage. I mean, unless you want to go later with possibly some DT drops. Just not going to do much. This probe is being really sneaky. Somehow it's going to be able to sneak up here and get the scout on the Nexus.
Such a great amount of scouting. Well, they're not going to be able to see anything here because there's 2 sentries and the Nexus cannon, but that attention to constant scouting is pretty cool to note.
Yeah.
That's a second Oracle, right? He's pooling these.
Yeah, he is. You know, herO, he has total control. He scouted everything, whereas Zest, he doesn't have much. Doesn't really know what hero's doing.
Yeah, he has really no information whatsoever. He's got no flying units. He's got no detection. He's got nothing to come and scout what's happening.
That's why we see a bunch of sentries here as well. Not just for the force fields, but he's going to want to get that hallucination over. Try to get some scouting in.
If he moves out for any reason, he's going to lose so many probes because his mothership core is not even finished yet. It's not even rebuilt yet. Oh my god, he's going to attack 2 different locations at once. He's got the Oracles going both to the natural and the main base. Such a cool decision here, and there's nothing in the main. This is going to cost him a lot of probes here.
Starting his ramp, and now he might be drawn out by that one Oracle. The second one's going to come in here. Warpin is going to go down, but still the Oracle is going to get some kills here.
Blink is done, and he doesn't know it, actually. And only 2 kills.
Yeah, a bit of a missed micro here, actually, by herO. He didn't use that to the best. And now this Oracle may just go down. It does.
First Oracle's still around, though. He's going to send it back into the natural. Let's see how many kills he can get. Looks like just 1. And a solid defense there by Zest. All things considering, not knowing anything about what was coming his way, was still able to deflect that with very minimal damage.
That was insane. That was like one of the best holds on 2 Oracles coming from 2 sides. It was a great idea, just really nicely done by Zest. Not the best Oracle micro out of herO.
Not the best. Ooh. Well, tech-wise, these 2 are in a very different place because herO has the Bay coming up. He's getting his first Immortals out right now. It's cost him a little bit in his army size. He doesn't have a ton of units out in general, but I like his position here. I think with that Bay coming up, with these Immortals, he's going to be safe against almost anything. Zest committed a lot of his gas, which is why he doesn't have that tech out into that Blink, and also the Dark Shrine, which then he had to cancel, so that slows everything down. So for him, he's in a bit of an uncomfortable place because now he needs to try to make Blink worth something. It's definitely going to be handy here. It might actually get that. With the Blink.
Oh, not quite. 25 health.
3 more Stalker shots. 3 more. That's it. Ouch. Man, solid defense out of Zest in that situation, man. Those Oracles basically did nothing.
Yeah.
He was probably embarrassed, man, about how those Oracles did.
That is true. We got a 3rd base on the way here, not mentioned just yet. And this Phoenix, if he does go scout for it, will be able to scout it. But it doesn't look like he's going to that 3rd base location just yet.
So, I feel like the difference in these 2 builds, you've seen this a lot. Let's see how much these get done. Nothing so far. It's just too small of a force.
Yeah.
The difference in these builds is what Zest goes for here is almost like an open hand build. It's like spread out. It's flexible. You know, he's got charge. He's got, you know, the upgrades coming out here. He's going to have Archons. He has Blink. He's a very flexible player in this build. Whereas herO's going for the Fist build. He's got Colossi coming out with range. He's got Immortals. He's got a strong 2-base powerful army that's compact, needs to be all together, and he's swinging the fist right now towards that 3rd base. And this is something that Zest is really going to struggle to hold because this is a very, very strong, strong army coming his way. Let's see if Zest is just a bit too spread out here. He's got that mothership core. That's going to be so important here. He drops a Nexus cannon.
We need some sick Blink micro here. We need to see Colossi get sniped if possible. Nicely done by herO to bait out that Nexus cannon, and he's actually just going home. I don't know. He's giving Zest a lot of room off 3 bases. Zest is powering up hugely here. He has so many gates.
I think he wants to wait for range and his second Colossus and wait for that Nexus cannon to subside. And I think he might actually decide to attack the natural rather than the 3rd base. If he can force the second Nexus cannon to be used there, then he could swing back to the 3rd. Oh, he's so hesitant here. Zest is getting so much money right now. And he's actually got the ability to add those gases soon, too. If he gets those gases up, he's going to be able to make whatever he wants and catch up. Wow, herO is really just letting it go for now.
Yeah, he really is. I see something like a probe near that 3rd base location for herO as well, but it seems like he is going to go for an attack again.
Okay. 4 Zealots in that.
careful there.
That Mothership Core is everything right now. He needs to make sure it stays alive. Some Colossi swipes go down here with those lances. He wants to get a good time warp. Beautiful positioning there on that Mothership Core. Counter Mothership Core does drop a time warp as well, but even the Zealot's getting dropped here on top of these Colossi. He's trying to overwhelm
him. Look at that warping from behind. All of those Zealots with charge. Totally clean up that entire army. And only the Colossi remain. Looks like Zest has done it here in this one.
What an incredible turn of events there. Just that micro, that decision making there, and that Warp Prism drop. You know, I talked about it was a fist versus the hand, man. He grabbed him and he choked him. I mean, he came all the way back around.
Did. Yeah.
I mean, that's the flexibility of those charged Zealots against a small amount of Colossi. He knew the weak point, and he went for it. That warp in, the drop, everything. Also, that Mothership Core positioning. At first, I was thinking, oh, he's really got that a bit far away, you know. That's a bit exposed. But it came in at the right angle. It was not picked off to get a beautiful time warp on the entire army.
Yeah. Really got to hand it to Zest, you know, playing incredibly well. He looks so confident and calm the entire time. But on the flip side, herO looks pretty nervous, I have to say. He looks indecisive. He's not making strong decisions, not going for attacks. I understand why he may want to wait in that situation when the Nexus Cannon comes down. He has one